Sure.
All right, what happened last night? Let's talk about that.
So last night we had the opportunity, the board and myself, to bring in a potential candidate for the CFO position, and he was able to explain his past history in another local district and what happened there in the situation, and the board and myself were extremely comfortable moving forward with bringing him to our district. We're excited. So we will be bringing John Berg, who has 5 years of experience in Mason City. Over there he was the director of finance, which is like we call it our CFO, and he also was a district account office manager. He was there for 5 years. The district had some turnover in their administrative team. John Berg's story matches up with the auditors, matches up with the prior superintendent, current superintendent, board members. We've checked everything out. We feel like we're bringing in a very strong candidate to serve the district in that chief financial officer position, and we're really excited to get him on board.
This is a guy who's been helping you guys in the past, or talk a little bit about that.
So this is the guy, yes. He was done in Mason City at the end of 2000, like this June 30th of 2017, and he then worked for Hogan Hansen, which is a firm over there, and we had the opportunity to link up with that firm. And he's been coming in a couple days every 2 weeks, sometimes at the beginning it was less than that, but just to come help us with the chief financial officer vacancy that we've had, to sit down, produce some financial projections, do some cost analysis, go through some budgetary items. He helped us with the CAR report, which is the end of the year closure report. So he has some idea of what the district is like. Hasn't shown any interest till just recently in the position. We've talked to him about if there is interest, and he enjoyed working for the firm that he's currently working for. Didn't know if he wanted to get back into the educational setting, but made the decision that he's really missing that aspect, and it's going to be tax season soon, and he really started reflecting on taxes, school finance, and said he misses that school finance piece, has enjoyed coming down to work with the district when he's had the opportunity. And you know, it's been really nice because our team has had the chance to get to know him and all of his knowledge base. We're bringing in a very knowledgeable candidate that is very ethical and trustworthy and will be a really strong addition to our district and to the community.
Seeing how kind of heartbroken you guys were on the last person trying to push through and this, I got to ask, what is the transition from that, the previous candidate, to this? What was that transition? Was it, oh yeah, we turned down, we got to start over from zero, hey, there's someone in our backyard? What was that, how did it come up?
I just look at each day as a new day, and things happen for a reason, right? And things happen for a reason, and we ended up getting, again, a great candidate that's going to do a lot of great things for our district and for our community.
What was the vote last night? Do you remember?
It was 7-0.
A lot of what happened in Mason City probably could have been prevented if there were some safeguards put in place. I wonder if the Ottumwa School District has some of those safeguards already in place.
We have some of them, but we will continue to put additional safeguards in place and make sure, as you guys know, we review policy regularly, review our processes and our procedures, and try to make everything streamlined. So I believe we're further ahead than what we were a year and a half ago, but we still have work that can be done, and I think John will bring in that transitional piece of things that he learned from seeing what happened over in Mason City that can help the Ottumwa district.
In the name of transparency, what happened over there that you can talk about? So
I can say that publicly there was some administrational changes. The board wanted a different superintendent, and when you want a different superintendent, a lot of times it links to the rest of the staff the superintendent has brought in. So within, I'll say, approximately a year, there was about 6 district office staff that either did early retirement or moved on to other positions because of the pressures and stresses that occur with that. So it's all that change in leadership, and it kind of trickles down, especially at the district office level.
What's the difference between this guy and the 3 candidates you had 2 weeks before that?
This is the guy. This guy has everything that we've wanted. I mean, he has accounting background. He has accounting experience in the public sector. He also has the educational background. We really wanted somebody that has 4A school finance experience. We think that's critically important, and he has that. He has his SBO authorization, which is a school business official authorization. He's just a strong, well-rounded candidate that we're extremely fortunate to be bringing on.
Can you talk about start date? I know he's already been working with the district, but when can we expect him full-time?
So just talked to him within the last hour. The plan is to transition him already. He gave us 2-week notice this morning in Mason City. So hopefully he also wants to plan to move his family here, look for housing, transition over. He will be starting, he guesses, before Christmas, but be fully on board and integrated into the community starting in January. So a pretty quick transition, which is great because we need him, but I also want to honor and value the fact he's got 3 daughters and a wife and a house and things to move the transition. You know, it's about a 3-hour difference from Mason City to here, so he'll definitely be making a transition over. So great opportunity to bring a new family into the community as well.
Anybody else about? All right. Question about the numbers. 50.
Okay, let's stop with this one first.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Winona?
You want me to ask stuff in front of these guys?
No, you don't have to.
I'd rather wait till they leave.
Okay.
How did you get in touch with Hogan Hansen?
So they sent out a group-like email offering services to schools. So
Really?
sometimes, yeah. So
So serendipitous.
Yeah.
it was honestly crazy, and I ignored it for quite some time, to be honest with you, because I thought a firm, like, what does that look like? But then desperate times call for desperate measures, and I thought I probably need to explore this a little bit. And then it was great because I found out they actually, because sometimes firms have people that don't have that school experience, but when I found out he has that, that was fabulous.